Welcome, my brozilla, to a new video. My name is Venom, but you can call me as Marco. And in today's video, I want to show you the new format called How Good Is. In this format, we will talk with less editing in a kind of podcast format about certain decks in every single deck. So if you have ideas, feel free to drop it in the comments down below. And in this episode, we're talking about my favorite deck of Shadowverse Evolve right now, Disdain Dragon. So, how good is Disdain Dragon? Disdain Dragon has a very good mechanic of being self-damaging and burn the opponent down with cards like Galmieux, Zealot of Disdain, rushing interface with Apostle of Disdain, and other stuff. So you can already see what kind of list I play in the deck profile in the description down below, where I go all over the cards, what I'm playing in the deck. There are also certain ways what you can exchange cards, but I think the list, how I build it, is pretty fine. So, some people playing cards like Feline with White Frost Whisper, some playing Azutahaka, I play Forte instead, some play both of them. I saw everything about it, but I think it's not necessary to play both. Play either Forte or Azutahaka. I play Forte. So yeah. Overall, I think the deck is pretty good. It performs pretty well in the meta. I would say it's a tier 2 deck. More like, if you play it well enough, it can also compare to the tier 1. But in the matchup against Puppet, for example, it's necessary to see Galmieux. I had matches against a friend of mine where I saw any Galmieux, and I was like, okay, yep, I lost this match because I couldn't clear your board. I had everything to clear it, but no Galmieux. And that situation's what happen a lot in the deck sometimes. If you play against the meta. But Natural Sword is handleable. 2 cost is handleable, but it's kinda unlucky if they clear your board with Arbiter. Because Arbiter is RNG, and you think, oh goddamn, how could you clear my board? But most of the time, if you play well enough with the right sequencing, you can deal the match for sure. And the weak point, of course, of a deck is still being rushed, since in my case, for example, I don't play heal in the deck, but I prefer to play the mid-range variation. You can also try to play Azutahaka in the list for the heal, but my problem with Azutahaka, he takes a bit longer than Forte to being live. Yeah, so that's the only reason why I play it over Azutahaka with Forte. And yeah, so all what I can say in the aggro matchup, go a bit more in the aggro state, get your pieces. If you have a servant, try to damage him for the draw. You will thank yourself a lot after. But Of course, with strange stall decks losing against Galmieux, because Galmieux can burn step by step. If they can't clear your Galmieux, it's over for them. There are a lot of combo plays. For example, Galmieux into the Zealot of Disdain. It's 7 damage to face already. And you can extend it even with some plays depending on your play points. We play, of course, all the Disdain cards to get the maximum output. And some cards like Sylvia the Condemner who are pretty useful. The slots what you have are pretty tight, but you can play around it. There is always a way to improve, but all what I say is, in most of the scenarios, you want to have control. You want to have the aggro beater. You want to have the mid-range part. It's all depending on the matchup, of course. But in most of the time, I think Disdain Dragon is a pretty good deck. What you can use a lot in the current meta. Like, I was playing 2 weeks ago locals, and we were pretty much, except of one person, all Disdain Dragon. So yeah, people love playing the deck. And I can say, try it out. Most of the time, you will have your fun with the deck. Omen of Disdain, perfect card. If you play it out in turn 1 to 4, turn 5 Galmieux, easy. That's all what you need against Puppet, for example, because then Puppet gets punished by the Galmieux effect. And yeah, my opinion is I love the deck. I'm kind of biased, but it doesn't change the fact that the deck is pretty good to play. And I can tell you that I play the deck for a long time now. Since set 5, I played every set at least 100 games with it. It does a lot of fun. It just does a lot of fun. There are also upcoming support in the later set. BP 15, for example. There we get the Galmieux Ardent Disdain. And all the other support cards for Ardent Disdain. I just play around. I'm cooking with it. But yeah, that's all what I will have to say here. If you like the format and have some thoughts on the next episode, what will coming very soon, just tell me in the comments down below. We will see us in the next one. Bye, your Marco.